Master Skywalker. There are too many of them.
What are we going to do?
In this episode, Ross Beadman, aka Sors Bandeam, aka Murdered Youngling, talks about his iconic Revenge of the Sith scene, including how much 6-year-old him knew about his character's fate, how Hayden Christensen helped him act scared by actually scaring him, and he reveals how much he got paid.
That's a lot of Haribo.
This is the Star Wars interview series that celebrates the unsung and some well-sung heroes from that galaxy far, far away. New episodes drop on the first Tuesday of the month, so consider subscribing for that and other movie-related content from the Geeknd. First of all, how did you get the role?
My mum used to work with someone who then went on to work in a child acting agency. They did the roles for the Golden Compass as well. And then one day, they hadn't spoken in years. One day, my mum gets an email saying, would your son like to be in the new Star Wars film, which is coming up? We were in the kitchen at the time. My mum just randomly says that to me. I wasn't really expecting anything. She didn't tell me that there was going to be any heavy news coming. But she asked me, oh, Ross, would you like to be in Star Wars? And yeah, of course.
Just a casual question over your cornflakes.
It was mad. It was mad.
Were you a Star Wars fan?
Yeah, it was huge for me. It was surreal as well. I don't think I really believed it until I stepped foot on set.
You were going to be a background character, but then you were elevated to actually opening your mouth and saying words because you put your hand up.
Yeah, I mean, I think they designated one kid to say the line. That specific line, but they didn't have an idea of who it was going to be.
But you were sent the line in advance? In advance,
yeah. So I was practicing it for a couple of weeks beforehand every single day. I only got the role because I was listening to the casting director who asked all the kids when we were all kind of hanging out on set. She asked all of us, who knows the line? And I was the first person to put my hand up and say, yes, I do. And that's what got me the role. I wasn't really making any friends on the day either. And so that was probably a positive factor in me getting the line. Hooray to being antisocial.
You save a line. And obviously what follows is pretty dark, right?
Not even the younglings survived.
How much did you know about that at the time?
Hardly anything. When I got invited to see the premiere, I think my 6-year-old brain couldn't really comprehend that my character was going to die or even possibly could die. And that was even more compounded by the fact that on the car ride journey back, my parents maybe sensed a little bit of worry in me. Obviously, I was so glad that I was in it. Like, that was awesome. They said, like, oh, by the way, you didn't die. You probably escaped one way or the other. And so that was the story in my head until I got back to school. And when it was actually released, people saw it and they're like, oh, you died as well. And I was like, no, I didn't. It took me a little bit of a while to accept that and go through the grieving process for myself.
Kids are cruel. Kids are cruel. But then again, we didn't actually see you die. So maybe what your parents told you was true from a certain point of view.
I think definitely it could have gone down a variety of different ways. I could have been a member of the Sith. The hatred could have consumed me to the point where I wanted to get revenge on the person who killed all my schoolmates.
Aside from delivering that iconic line, Ross also reacted to the angry, soon-to-be murderous Sith Lord by taking a little shuffle back, a direction that didn't come from George Lucas.
Apparently, I shuffled back because Hayden shouted boo, and that startled me and made me shuffle back. So maybe that was a bit of impromptu kind of direction on Hayden's part from the background, making me do that.
So how many takes in total till we got the one?
4 takes.
4 takes? That's
yeah,
okay.
I think I made... Yeah, I mean, I thought I was doing a pretty bad job. I'd expect to have been cut out of the film because of how many takes it took.
And what did George Lucas say to you?
I think that's the wrap.
Okay.
He was quite kind of calm, collected. I remember him speaking with quite a soft voice, perhaps quite unemotional. Then again, I'm only seeing one side of him in the 10 to 15 minutes we actually recorded the scene and getting it set up and everything.
Yeah, man. And am I right in saying, you may not want to talk digits here, but am I right in saying that you got paid £90 for the gig?
Yeah, that's a lot of Haribo.
It is a lot of Haribo. I mean, that's a lot of money for a kid, but obviously, you thinking back now, you must be thinking, hang on, guys. Hang on. Where's the rest of it?
Yeah, I'm going to write a letter.
Really, the experience that you had that we're still talking about all these years later is worth so more.
Yeah, it's priceless. That will be stuck with me till the day I die. or in essence, you're immortalized in that film. That comforts me somewhat, even though it's such a small scene, but I think it's relatively important to how the whole plot pans out, because Anakin can't come back from killing a bunch of children. I mean, he's going to need a huge redemption arc, as you see.
Yeah, you have essentially been immortalized in film and in meme as well. Do you have a favourite meme of yours?
One surrounding Valentine's Day. So it took my line and it said, roses are red, violets are blue. Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do? And I'm like, okay, I've been linked to Valentine's Day. It's official.
It's poetic. It's poetic. Was there ever a time where it got a bit too much? Like the kids on the playground, seeing a meme every time you go on Twitter?
The memes really started getting traction in about 2016. In that time, I was kind of leaving my secondary school to go into college. Before that, secondary school, people used to know me as the Star Wars kid. And it does kind of suck being only known as that, and it did get quite annoying when you get asked to say the line every single day. It was a little bit difficult, but I don't think I went through quite the same thing that some other child actors have gone through. Maybe if the film wasn't received quite as well as Revenge of the Sith, then I think I would have been telling perhaps another story.
Even though you didn't appear in a scene with him, I hear that you had a bit of fun with Ewan McGregor at the time on set, or at the studios at least.
Yeah. We talked to him for about 10 minutes, me and my mum. He was so nice. He was so talkative with us.
Gave you champagne, I heard.
Yeah.
Look out for more from Ross on the channel, where he talks about reuniting with Hayden 14 years later. Thank you for watching, and thank you to all Patreon members.